Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, October 26th, 2020. The main fire potential impacts for the next couple of days continue to include some very strong winds over the southern Great Basin with gusts up to 55 miles an hour for this afternoon and Tuesday. By Wednesday, the winds begin to decrease, looking for wind speeds just in that 25 to 35 mile an hour range. And for the next couple of days, relative humidities are very low across the south as well. Smoke has lightened up over much of the Great Basin, including California, with this low moving through and bringing northerly flow to the area. Precipitation for the past 24 hours is shown here. We did have some precip in the form of snow move through northern Utah yesterday and continue to move further south through southern and eastern Utah, bringing high elevation snow and low elevation rain. And there were some lightning strikes associated with those storms across southern Utah. Fire activity has been light with just a couple of new initial attack fires in Idaho and one in southern Utah yesterday. Past 7 days of precipitation is shown here. It doesn't include the precip from yesterday, of course, but the biggest winner is over western Wyoming with some heavier amounts of high elevation snow there, and some lighter amounts over the central Idaho mountains. Past 30 days, however, still showing a very dry signal over Utah and Nevada, and it doesn't look like that's going to be changing much in the short term anyway. ERCs have come down. This is the big news for the day, with that cooler air and some actual precipitation moving through portions of northern and eastern Utah. We have seen ERCs come down. We should expect to see these guys come down for tomorrow's forecast as well, as the cooler air continues to filter in. This morning's satellite imagery is showing that very strong low pressure system bringing cold air into the entire Great Basin. This low here will continue to move further south into the southwest over the next couple of days. And then we have this high off the California coast, or off the entire west coast, that will begin to build into California and into the Great Basin by later in the week. So for this afternoon, still looking at very cool temperatures area-wide and those strong northerly winds across the southern Great Basin. We do have high-risk triggers issued for those winds over southern Nevada and southwest Utah and the Arizona Strip. A closer look at those winds show just how strong they are. These areas in brown are gusts upward of 60 to 65 miles an hour. A very windy day expected across southern Utah. And even though temperatures are quite a bit cooler, the minimum relative humidities are very dry, especially on the Nevada side, with lows in the 3 to 5, 8% range. So any fires that do pop up in this area will definitely have a hard time being contained in those conditions. On Tuesday, the low continues to drop further south into the southwest area, bringing some precipitation to those guys, but will dry out over Utah and continue to be dry in the rest of the Great Basin, with some lingering gusty winds across southern Idaho, southern Nevada, and southern Utah. So the winds won't be quite as strong on Tuesday as on Monday, nor as widespread, but we still are highlighting for those continued strong northerly winds and low relative humidities. Humidities do come up just a bit across central and northern Nevada on Tuesday, but still quite low over the far south. On Wednesday, we'll begin to see that ridge of high pressure building into California as that low exits off to the east. This will bring a return of some seasonal temperatures, especially building in across Nevada to begin with, and temperatures remaining on the cooler side across the east. Some gusty winds will linger mainly across southern Utah and eastern Utah, but below that red flag warning criteria or the high risk criteria. And temperatures by Wednesday will be back near 70 across far western Nevada, still in the 50s over Idaho and Utah. 3-day precip totals not showing much, really, as that moisture is exited off to the south and east. On Thursday, the ridge continues to dominate the weather pattern, and we'll see sunny skies and warming temperatures area-wide with light winds. That weather pattern continues into Friday and into Saturday. So continued warming temperatures and dry conditions, light winds. And we'll see that pattern continue into Sunday as well, into the 1st of November. No precipitation is expected really for the next 7 days in the Great Basin. And the extended forecast, taking us into November 2nd through the 8th, is calling for continued above normal temperatures, particularly over Utah and Nevada, and below normal chances for precipitation across much of the Great Basin. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.